Hi there, how is everybody? It's Joyce, and I'm bringing to you today a Folio Valentine junk journal that I was going to post for Valentine's Day, but I thought I might as well do it today. We're ready to have 10 on top of the 10.5 inches of snow we had last week. We're ready to have another 3 to 5. Right now it's snowing. And there's no sun out, I don't think. Let me look out. No, not any sun. And I'm down in the craft room, so it's a little chilly. But it'll change. You can always be sure of that. So here's my journal. I have been seeing a lot of folios. So in the Stay Creative Crafting Circle that I'm a member of, that has a challenge for Valentine's Day right now, and it's called Love is in the Air. So if you look that up, you can find what we're working on now, or some affirmation tags. But right now, this is what I just finished, so I'm bringing it to you completed. Before I untie this, I want to say that we had some postings of a folio idea, and I saw people putting on YouTube, I guess because it's Valentine's Day, these different folios. So this is my version. I just wrapped mine in this luscious wide satin ribbon that I just love. I've had this piece for a long time. I used the entire piece up on this. Just so soft, cool to the touch. I love it. Look at the shine, so pretty. So that's there. And then on the front, tucked in this little flap here, this is all envelopes. The entire book is made of envelopes. But this was my mom's bookmark. This was a napkin that I just glued on there. And just so my kids know, I put Grandma Shirley's bookmark. So that's there. And so just jump in here. I love this book. This was fun. It's got flippy flaps on the front. This is from 1991. Someone sent my mom this beautiful card. It pops up. I've saved it. I've had it in my collection. It's cute, right? Put that right there. Then this was from this year at Hobby Lobby. These really cool square cards. So I just made it into another little flip, but just to, you can tell, index card, and stamped it and inked it. Then I've been doing a little study about love in the Bible. Agape doesn't love because someone is worthy. That's that kind of love. I know there's love language book and everything else, and I'm just like, I go to the Bible. Okay, and here's a little tag that I can write on. So you can see what this is. Envelope, just a red envelope. And then I just tucked in there, and then everything in it is to be written on. So I just inked it. Very simple. So when you fold this up, you've got pockets. Okay. So I'm going to put these back in because they'll be nice and safe. I guess I'll put that back in there. And then this part flips down, and it's more writing space. So that's fun. And then this side, this flap has a pocket with stationery. And this is from a notebook, I mean. And I'm not tall. Let's just say, you kids say I'm short. I really am. High heels were invented by a woman who had been kissed on the forehead. That's cute. This says, each day I love you more. And then if you flip this over, I used a couple of my last heart brads. I'll need to get some more. And I just made this where you take the twine and open it up. And that says forever yours. Amazing like. That's off of a scrap pad, the 12 by 12s. So this is just paper that I stenciled as I was dying. the lace stencils. I can't even turn these pages. My hands are so dry. The shadow. Okay. And this paper beneath is cute. Isn't that cute? Here I don't have anything in here yet, but this is a pocket. And this says, she is me. I am she. She is creative, amazing, magical, intelligent, kind, authentic, important, phenomenal, extraordinary, and confident. Then here's a pretty ribbon. The other side of envelope. I wrote that just playing around. I'm working on learning how to do some type of writings that will look pretty in a journal. I did this a long time ago. This was a jar lid, and it's like a round jar, and this lid had an indentation right here. I have glue on my fingers. So I stamped that, and that's coffee or tea dyed, I forget which, and it sounds good. So I put that in there, and it's just like perfect. Sort of like hit the bullseye, you know, when you find the right guy like I did. Okay, let's just leave this all to put back together later. I'm not gonna spend all that time showing you how I put it back again. This is a fun tag I sanded down, and then another piece of that stationery. I must really like it. I use it all the time. And these are just, this is funny. Our little grocery store had this box of hearts. I haven't eaten them all yet. They were not tiny. They were very big. They were the regular size. So not just a tiny box. Like everything else, they gyp you. You know, you got a little box and they charge you 80 cents for those mints. Give me a break. But anyways, and then over here, there's the Eiffel Tower, some more stationery, and this is from a 12 by 12, so I had it folded. But it says Happy Valentine's Day. Very pretty. Belongs in here. It looks great with all the colors. These are just some hearts. They're kind of sharp, but they kind of reminded me of the candy mints, or the candy hearts. They're frosty feeling. And then this was a treat bag. Inside I put, this is fun. I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Michael's, and I just saved all the little things from the tops of what I bought. Heart stickers, I bought baking cups, I bought a lot more, but I didn't save it all. And that just says what I did and the date. So that's what's in here. Just kind of fun. You can always use them for things. And I love the Book of Ruth. I kind of think that's the thing of love, and the Book of Ruth is going to be what I use this journal to study. I did a study, oh gosh, a while ago on the Book of Ruth in my Bible club, and that was just a true love story. So I want to revisit that. And this is where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. And I made this teeny tiny little note, and I had to secure it some way. So I took a baking cup, one of these little, from in there, remember I had a little thing that's a baking cup, and I folded it in a triangle and made a little place to hold that note down. So this comes out. That was from my friend. I volunteer at a museum. I haven't gotten there much, but there's a lady there who gave me this way in the past. I forget how many years ago. And then this is another small Sweethearts, the original cutie pie. And I just put a little glitter glue on those hearts I cut out. So inside, it needs to have some things put in the pockets when I write notes. It's very simple, but it's so cute. It's too cute. Then I bought some of this washi online. This is not washi. Sorry Silk. Never mind. Sorry Silk. And then she had some other ribbon in there, and this was a note from her. And I thought, oh, how cute. So I just put her card and all that in here because it looks so pretty. And She packages her things so wonderfully. I love it. And that's the first time I've bought sari silk. This little heart is lined on the back. And then there's this do all things with love. Just has, it's like a postcard. It says just because. And I put a stamp that I had in my mom's stuff. This comes out. And a little piece of lace. Stamp that. So it's cute. Whoops, same deal. We're not going to put all this back. Okay, and then here is a long pocket, a document envelope where I put this in. This pretty paper, real pretty. So I stenciled some roses. It's really pretty. And then in the pockets, these little tags with that same glittery glue. I have a lot of stuff for the grandkids, so some of that was just regular Elmer's. This I have from, it was an, I think a Lisa Frank stamp and sticker and a book to put them in. It was a whole set, and I found it at the thrift shop, and so I gave most of it away, but I had this peace heart that I was going to put in a 60s or a hippie kind of journal, and I kept finding it on the floor or stuck on something. Well, then I watched my grandkid's little doggy the other day, and there's a little tooth mark. He brought it to me, so I thought, okay, I'm gluing it into this journal. It wanted to be put somewhere, so now it is. And then this is just this ruled pink index card. Very simple. Okay, and this says Together Forever, Valentine's Day. This is a digital kit that I bought. And I don't use all of it, I just use a little bit. And this is let all that you do, all that you do be done in love. 1 Corinthians 16:14. Best day. Fresh baked Valentine treats and cakes, hot chocolate bar. That sounds very good right now. Okay, so I'm going to turn. Next page is a little flap. I attached it with washi, so I don't know how long that's going to last, but I used the art glitter glue. And then I made an altered paper clip. It says bear hug. And on the other side there's a strawberry and it says hug. Because it hugs the page, you know? And then this is some things that I was practicing and things I was learning about agape love. So, yeah, this is just me, my journey. This is what I just learned how to do by watching a video. Yeah, it looks easy and it's got errors in it. Okay, let me say this took me, what, 5 hours to do? Okay, but I'm gonna do better. I really tried hard, but I don't know. Don't look too close. That's what I'm gonna say. Oops. So this card, this is just more studying. Like this is how you say in Hebrew, I love making junk journals. Ani ochevet leachim yumani zevo. And then that's how you write it in Hebrew. Ahava is love. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, Proverbs 3:5. And this pretty music page, give me thy heart. Okay, so then over here, a little ruffle with some buttons. All of this is fun, just a little vintage Valentine, not vintage, a little older, let's just say. Cute. American Greetings. And that's on a little brad. This is from something that I bought. It was like a necklace or something, and it was a Valentine that you would give to somebody. It says, I am so, and it did say Hoppy. We are friends. I think it had like a Valentine rabbit or something. I can't recall. So that's in there. And then at the top, And it's about the power of the tongue, life or death. Those who love it will eat its fruit. So we need to speak love over people. That's what Jesus said. That's what he said. He commanded us to love one another as he has loved us. So then here this says hugs and kisses, and it opens up. A little heart to write on. And a little bookmark, of course, with an arrow stamped on it. Reflections on the Book of Ruth. Okay, so this will be more of my reading up on that book of the Bible. This is just something I wrote, how I love junk journaling because it's my way of sharing my love of life, friends, and family. God is love for us so large that I love to share it every day. I can't see real good because I can't find my glasses. I'm using readers, but they're old ones. It's just fun. I just punched those hearts out. And these were already made. They were reinforcements. And they came with a scrapbook kit. And they were so shiny. I just used a sanding block and sanded them down. So if you ever see that kind of stuff, it has that shiny finish that a lot of the scrapbook stuff has. This is a cute sticker. Be silly, be honest, be kind. Okay. Then in here, that's another one of the baking cups. That says soulmate. And that I made this little yo-yo and put a little, it's a heart yo-yo, and I put a button on it. Because it was my first one, and the middle is kind of big, because you know how you're supposed to pull the thread? Well, it stopped pulling after a minute. All right. Then this is something I stamped, sending some love. It's just stapled on there, that knitting. And then this is just this is fun. This is from a soccer team. Let's say football, as it's German. But all the hearts are on there. And a butterfly, of course. Gosh, I hope I'm not forgetting anything here. Okay, so then when you open this up, you know, that's at one side, the whole thing. Ooh, it's precarious. It just don't want to tip it and it'll all fall out. And then if I can flip it over, of course, you know what happens. It's the other side. I've already done kind of a video like on this, but I wanted to just show you, this is the end result. Everything's falling out. It's so much fun. But try it and just go on YouTube and look around, and you'll see everybody's attempts at this, and they're all different, but it was a lot of fun and it's very cheerful. So I'm glad you saw it. Thanks for watching. If you can give me a thumbs up, it really helps people to see my small channel. And please like, subscribe, and comment. I love comments. So I can't wait to hear from you. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.